Take me to places I don't know, guide me gently. Show me how to love your soul, sing me songs. I'll make the moves, you write the words, we are something extraterrestrial, we grew. Baby, we grew. Baby, we grew. Baby, we grew. Didaga geshiria, baby. Ekejikire, baby. And when they ask about us, let it go down in history. I'm devoted to your heart, and if they try to have a piece of you, they don't have a clue. I'm a fool that's deep in love. I'm trying to refrain, I'm trying to make a change. I'm a mess when it comes to you. Let it be known to the queen and beyond, baby. Yeah. Buy me love. Take me to places I don't know. Guide me gently. Show me how to love your soul. Sing me songs. I'll make the moves, you write the words. We are something extraterrestrial. We grew. Yeah. Baby, we grew. Baby, we grew. Baby, we grew. Didaga geshiria, baby. Didaga geshiria, baby. Didaga geshiria, baby. Didaga geshiria, baby. Said I wanna be your only, and I wanna see you daily. I wanna feel you near me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Run.
Warembo ni wengi ila nawalenga, ndio maana usiku siku hizi nalala mapema. Hawataniteka, heri tu ninyonge na nilale juu sitakucheza. Nami nimekiri, yetu sio siri, ni wewe tu na mimi. Niamini, loving you is easy. Wacha wakupinga watupinge. Umenibeba, asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Umenibeba, asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda.
Kusema nashangaa, si kawaida. Won't be quick to give my love if you won't either. Fever, make deliver.
kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Umenibeba, umenibeba. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Umenibeba, umenibeba. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda.
If I could turn back the hands of time, relieve every moment I spent with you, I'd still want you here. So tell me now, what happened to forever? What happened to the days? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me now? Had so much to say, we had so much to do.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Erase your face. No, 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 no. Nothing can ever take your place. You are the fire deep inside of me. Asante kwa uzuri wako. Asante kwa mafundisho yako. Yote uliyotenda yalikuwa mema, twakusujudu. Wewe ndiwe tabasamu langu. Wewe ndiwe ngome yangu. Wewe ndiwe rafiki yangu. Wewe ndiwe, wewe ndiwe. I'll never turn back the hands of time. So here's what I'll do. I'll make you proud. I'll make you smile. And do the things that you left behind. I wanna thank you for being my friend, for being us.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
And I just and good vibes because we are getting into the weekend. So enjoy the show. It's gonna be a beautiful ride for the next 2 hours. Let's get into some more beautiful music, and we'll be right back.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia. Melanin all over. Nobody can boga. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Georgia. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia. Melanin all over. Nobody can boga. You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia. Melanin all over. Nobody can boga. You don't know how I like your confidence. The way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You are a star, brown skin, una kill. Oh, show them who you are. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto, like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto. Like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Caroline Murote. Karibu sana to Sheversations. This is a space where we amplify female voices, and you are watching us here on Power Radio. This is a space where you tune in and power up. And if you want to have a conversation with us on the socials at Caroline_Murote on Instagram is a place to holla at your girl, Caroline Murote, on Facebook and on X, Twitter, and Caro_Murote on TikTok. That's that's Carol. Atani mesahau jina yangu. CAROLMUROTE, and we can have a conversation and on all of those same platforms at Power Radio. Our hashtags for this beautiful show is hashtag Sheversations, hashtag Sheversations with Caroline Murote, hashtag Power Radio, hashtag Tune In Power Up. Already, boys and girls. So this is a fantastic Friday. Friday, we are enjoying some beautiful, beautiful sun. So grateful that the sun is out because it has been a weird week. Ebu mniambie nyinyi wenye you guys sinasemanga ni dhambi zenu zinafanyanga weather yetu iharibike. So mniambie mmedu nini tena? Tangu twende F1 sijiju recently hakujakuwa na maandamano. Y'all are still shooting people out there. Serikali na Wakenya bado wanapigana huku kidogo nasikia juu somebody has been assassinated. But what is actually going on with the weather? And that's a conversation we need to have about climate change and what does it actually mean, because unaona this jokes that I'm constantly making about ni dhambi ni tabia zenu. There's people who actually do believe that. There's people who believe that we are cursed, ama kuna kitu ina happen. But we do not have education about climate change and the things that it's doing. And you as a girlie, you as somebody with ovaries, you as somebody that is a menstruating creature, wewe mwenye unaongea na soprano, climate change affects you in a different way that it would affect our friends this side with their testes and their deep voices and their Adam's apples. Now, if you're a woman with an Adam's apple, iyo haituhusu, guys. So this beautiful morning, we have been ushered into the show by My Love by Stacey Kamatu. Tumekuwa na Watendo Veli na Zenio Manase wakituambia beba, and then Tabasamu Langu, J Blessing, Saint P and Joanne Matara, alafu just a touch of Dark Skin by Brandy Minor. And speaking of dark skin, guys, today we're talking about what does it actually look like to decolonize beauty. We're saying to hell with colorism. We're saying to hell with everything that dehumanizes us as African women, as Kenyan women. And I just want you to stay geared up for a fantastic show this particular Friday. You holla at us. Let us know, on the socials what is going on with you and what stories are rocking your world today. But for now, I'm gonna leave you with Ability by 1005 songs, followed up by You by Churchill King and Recap. And this is for you because God is able to do all things. Enjoy.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
He can move any mountains for you. Any mountains for you. I know it's yeah. I know it's
All things possibility with God of ability. Possibility. All things possibility with God of ability.
They call me Shana the Dawn. I got ability like Yahweh. He suppressed the kings of the underworld, my way. Rock up the edges, ancient of days, lily of the valley and the bright and morning star. Anything is possible with him. He raised up the dead after days in the grave. Parted the sea for the nation in a minute. He'll answer your matter in less than a minute.
I can move any mountains for you. Mountains for you. It's the one going out with I know with
He can move any mountains for you. Any mountains for you. I know it's yeah. I know it's
all things possibility with God of ability. Possibility. All things possibility with God of ability.
Inna the dark when it's tough, you always stepping up. Endless possibilities, salute the Holy Trinity, yeah. See, no eye ever seen it, no ear ever heard it. I know man can't conceive it. The good things in store for those who love him. I'm ready now to see the impossible.
And he said I can move any mountains for you. Mountains for you. It's the one going out with I know with
He can move any mountains for you. Any mountains for you. I know it's yeah. I know it's
all things possibility with God of ability. Possibility. All things possibility with God of ability. Possibility. And he said
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
One time, two time. You already know now. We captured you since I met you, Jesus. You, since I met you. Yeah. I met this man and he changed my life. He told me that he had to pay a price, and the price that he paid on that ragged cross poured his blood for me. I'm saved, yeah.
Okay, it's another new chapter. Holla, I'm doing it for the master. Saved by grace, I'm no longer a disaster. Spirit of a billionaire, no, I'm not a hustler. It all started the day I met him on the cross. The day I gave my life to him without the teams on. That was the day I sang a new song. Amazing grace forever, sweetest sound. I surrender, who am I to boss? Salute to the most high, I can never floss. He's the boss, man, believe me, he's the boss. I can always sing it when the beat drops. I'm on for the game cause I'm out of the cage. I'm not for the fame, but I'm here for the change. Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. No longer in darkness, I'm walking in light. The wages of sin can never be life. No longer lose it, winning the fight. He died on the cross to save my life. No longer
Since I met you, since I met you, since I met Jesus, I've never been the same. Since I met Jesus, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed.
And you'll be back again, recap at Church of Kings, spitting truth from the booth, loose in the noose that we having fellas checking deuces to their own. And haters do the best just to magnify the wrongs, but really I'm sorry. My faith only bothers with he who bought me. Therefore I am praised with the talk of men around me. My journey is between me and the one who started it in me, for he built me to inhibit the spirit that is within me.
They told me I needed more exposure. Like if I was taking a photo in inferior light, I started to see myself in an inferior light. Samsung, Sony, I had many stereotypes. Now I put bars in your faces, I don't read your rights. I got some advice so you don't get consumed by these lights. A word from the wise, gotta keep your eyes on the prize. Nairobi for Christ, look at how he paid all the
Since I
price.
met you, since I met you, since I met Jesus, I've never been the same. Since I met Jesus, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed. As you
And you ain't gotta change,
come as
cause
you
he loves you
are.
anyway.
Come as
Just
you
come
are.
as you are.
You'll be forever
And you will be
changed.
forever changed.
Come as you
You
are.
ain't gotta change,
Come as
cause he
you
loves
are.
you anyway.
Come as
Just
you
come
are.
as you are.
You'll
Come
never
as you
be
are.
the same.
Yeah.
Since I met you. Since I met you. I met this man and he changed my life. Since I met you. I met this man and he changed my life. Yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Maisha ina stress but sitachoka. Manake mimi staya mimi nyota. Mungu peke ndio mimi nitaogopa. Get back 'cause unachoma choma choma choma. Daily na meremeta, form yangu ni kutesa. Usikol kama si pesa, bade najipeleka. Ninaselela, dombola, mande mana lose composure. We catch flies, now feelings. Leo tuna dance for ceiling. Don't waste my time, don't miss my energy. Don't kill my vibe, don't miss my energy. Let's say goodbye, just fly around me. Let's spend some time, just spend some time with me.
Feeling important, feeling like something is coming all over me. Feel like a soldier, feel like I'm going to war with the enemy. I've gotten older, I'm very comfortable with my identity. It's never over, I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm willing. I'm feeling hypnotized, I'm feeling like a child. I need to realize
just fly around with me. Let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
Some people search and seek until they find the light. Some people think that everything they think is right. Some people don't believe in peace, they want to fight. Some people not my type, some people not the vibe.
Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa. Shida yetu yote tatuliwa. Maisha yetu imebarikiwa. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa. Shida yetu yote tatuliwa. Maisha yetu imebarikiwa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Already. Karibu. Welcome back to Sheversations. And the time is 30 minutes past 11. We are 30 minutes into this Sheversation Leo. And we have been accompanied by the good sounds of Ability by 1005 songs, You, Churchill, King, and Recap. And that was the Energy, a fave here by Polaris, Pauline, MDQ, that's Madonna the drama queen, and Miss Mayonda herself. Already. So what has been happening? What's been going on with you? That's a conversation that I want us to have. What has been happening with you guys? How is our mental health doing? How is the weather actually affecting you? Politically, the girlies wanafanya, wamefanya, watafanya. You know, what are our local politicians, especially the women, what are they promising us? The men, what are they promising us that affects women, and particularly in a good way? And what policies are you informed about that have to do with women's issues? Do we actually understand how the law impacts us as women? For example, tukisema that content creators are going to be taxed. That's a conversation that's currently ongoing in South Africa. For example, what does it actually mean, you know, for the girlies, you know, seeing that a lot of content creators, sana on the online spaces, particularly YouTube, happen to be women? What does that actually mean for you? And basically what I'm trying to say is, are we aware of the impact of policies and laws changing for our life? You know, tulikuwa pale tukambiwa ati Ukraine and Russia war has affected the price of fuel. And we didn't understand until ilianza kutuma personally kwa mfuko. You know, they say that the shoe, you know, the one who wears the shoe is the one who knows where it hurts, okay? And until the price of cooking oil skyrocketed, naskari pia at that particular period, right, when that started with the Russia-Ukraine war, that was crazy for a lot of people, because when you wanatumia mafuta ya kupika ni akina nani? Who actually cooks within the homestead? Who actually uses a cooking oil in business spaces? When you go to eateries, when you go to vibandas, ni akina nani wanapika? So you find that the price of cooking oil changing actually affects women more than it affects men. And we said, yeah, in case this is your first time here on Sheversations, karibu sana. But Sheversations is not about bashing men. We're not competing with anybody. Hatuna your time. In Ruto's economy, nobody has the time or day. We are talking about creating awareness for how women are disproportionately affected by different issues, policy issues, governance issues, human rights. What do women actually need to be protected from? What needs a safeguarding with regards to the different activities, the things, the programs, the initiatives that are rolled out for women in our country. And speaking of which, let's get into a few news stories with regards to what's happening with the girlies in Kenya, in our continent, and across the world. And we're going to start with one from Scotland, where a gender-critical anthology rejected, then reinstated Scotland's National Library. So that's very, very interesting because sasa library mnaikataya nini? You know, every time an institution is fighting sources of information and knowledge, channels of knowledge, hapo ndio unajuanga that hapo kuna shida because ignorance helps oppression. Ignorance is key for oppression. So yeah, this story is as recent as today where Scotland's National Library declined to include The Women Who Wouldn't Wish, which is a gender-critical anthology. So that's the name of the book that has been rejected. Yeah, that has been rejected by Scotland's National Library. Yeah. It was then reinstated, but essentially what happened is that this is a book by J.K. Rowling and for Women Scotland, right? It has contributions from For Women Scotland, which is a women-centered organization. And in its exhibition at the Edinburgh Book Festival, it cited nominations and also said, they said that it did not make the cut, right? And that really followed a backlash after a Freedom of Information request showed that, you know, the staff group influenced the rejection, right? And the library apologized and reversed the decision, sparking debates about free speech, about censorship, and what counts as a feminist dialogue. Okay, so we also do have a story about Greta Thunberg. If you don't know who Greta Thunberg is, she's our global Wangai Maathai, okay? The global one. Everybody who is a climate change champion and happens to be a woman, to me, is a Wangari Maathai, okay? So Greta Thunberg has a boat, yes, and yeah, so a boat in the Global Sambud Flotilla, right? Carrying Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, amongst others, was reportedly hit by a drone and set alight in Tunisian waters on its way to deliver food and medicine to Gaza. And all 6 aboard the Portuguese-flagged vessel survived. But the assault underscores dangers faced by activists, especially women engaged in humanitarian work, and raises questions about protection of civil society actors in conflict and aid scenarios. So anataka kutumalizia Wangari Maathai. Why? Y'all better leave Greta Thunberg alone. And in case you're not up to date with what's going on globally, pale kumewaka Gaza. It's very, very sad. It's literally bodies and blood everywhere because the war between Israel and Palestine is literally just a bloodshed one. Yeah, people there are swimming in blood. It's very sad. It's quite atrocious. And let's continue sending prayers and warm thoughts towards them. And my desire is for that conflict to end with immediate impact and for the perpetrators to be held to justice. But moving along, we have Kenya using US-funded anti-terrorism courts to prosecute protesters, including women. Right, and this is according to the Wall Street Journal as recent as the 9th of September, where in Nairobi, Kenya, authorities are bringing over 75 people, including many young protesters, into US-funded anti-terrorism courts for involvement in recent demonstrations against high taxes, unemployment, and corruption, among them being women such as Chef Sharon Nyaro, who allegedly underwent arbitrary arrest and harsh detention conditions, raising alarm for human rights groups that these legal tools are being used to suppress dissent rather than serious terrorist threats. So, mimi niulize, so we have high taxes, we have unjust taxes, we have taxes that are mismanaged and misappropriated in our country, and then we have young people, we have the youth, and particularly women, going out to protest this injustice by our government, and then we're using foreign funded courts to bring these people to justice. No, that is simply unjust, okay? We are not going to accept this as young Kenyan people, particularly as women. If you're looking for terrorists, it's not the protesters in the streets. If we're looking for terrorists, we better look in the correct spaces. And I would say that terrorism is an act against the sovereignty of the state. And I would say that for the most part, our government officials are the terrorists, okay? And I said what I said. For the most part, the terrorists are the people in the suits sitting in the parliament, making policies that are literally killing people. And when you have citizens who are educated, who are aware of what their rights are, they go out there to demonstrate as per the Constitution. Why then would you criminalize something that has been democratic for the longest time, as far as our 2010 Constitution mandate? I take issue, and we should take issue to this. And the more that these things continue to happen, the more we normalize injustice and, just unjust processes happening within the constraints of a law. And I say a law in quotes because this is a law. This is not the law. It's not our Kenyan law for sure. And the fact that hakuna pesa ya kupea, women who are needing to be treated, because they are HIV positive. We don't have money for contraceptives. Yes, because the US did pull away and pull back its funding. Then why? Why? If we are comfortable with that, then why are we using US-funded terrorist courts to bring to justice citizens who are actually not terrorists? That's my question. That's a question that I want to leave us with. We need to be very, very cautious. We need to be very alert, of the injustice that's happening. Juu tunasema ati, oh, haituhusu, it's not our business, we don't know, maybe they actually are guilty. Until it's your cousin, until it's your sister, until it's your friend, your father, your mother, your auntie, okay? So hizi stories zote zinatuhusu because this is our country and this is our law that's taken advantage of. And if they continue to set precedents with something that is unconstitutional, then it's going to be very hard to stop it 2 years down the line if sai tumenyamaza, okay? So we need to speak out against this, right? And we do have African leaders at the Ethiopia Climate Summit pushing for climate justice and highlighting gendered impacts. This is according to AP News on the 8th of September, where at the second Africa Climate Summit in Addis Ababa, which brought together heads of state, business scientists, and activists, we had speeches emphasizing that climate change doesn't impact all people equally, with calls for climate investments that account for impacts on women and girls. Activists such as Amos Wemanya of Greenpeace Africa urge taxing polluters and wealthy interests and frameworks of climate justice were advanced to ensure vulnerable communities, including women in rural and informal settlements, are not left behind. So we don't need anybody being left behind. Na tumesema that we do realize that there are disproportionate impacts of climate change between men and women, and that's essentially what this Africa Climate Summit in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, is addressing. And moving on here to this in the spaces of art and activism, we do have music and murals exhibitions, right, of Kenya's youth-led protests, on the 1st of September, where youth have continued to take to the streets over the past years to protest high taxes, corruption, and police brutality, right? And young women and men muralists and spoken word artists, as well as musicians. For example, we did have the protest anthem, June 25th, as well as theater groups, street art projects, at Power 254's Mandamano exhibition, two editions of that 2024 and 2025 is one of the examples, and all of this has been central in creating art that memorializes protest victims, right? Spreads awareness and channels political anger despite threats, despite arrest, despite loss. And all of these creatives are using their platforms to push for justice and change in the face of ongoing socio-political challenges. So you feel like you were not meant for war, you were meant for love, you're not a fighter, you're a lover, baby. That's okay, that's fine. Make some beautiful art and make it meaningful, make it memorable, make it valuable for our country and the era that we're in right now. We all have a place to play in the revolution, okay? And we have leaders saying women's empowerment is key to economic transformation, according to the Standard Kenya. We're at a women's empowerment forum in Nairobi. Harriet Chigai, who's a presidential advisor on women's rights, alongside National Security Advisor Monica Juma and others, urged the Kenyan government, a private sector, and development partners to invest more in women's entrepreneurship, more in women's leadership, mentorship, and to ensure gender-responsive budgeting, arguing that Kenya cannot achieve inclusive economic growth unless women's voices, agency, and participation are significantly expanded, and persistently pointing out that economic exclusion and gender-based violence remain a serious constraint. In fact, they remain so serious that women rights groups have urged the government of Kenya to just mandate, that gender-based violence and the femicide crisis in our country is now a national disaster. That's how bad it has gotten, okay? What's happening is that news sources are not talking about it anymore, but actually the numbers of women being slaughtered have actually increased and are growing rapidly, and this is heartbreaking. It's quite tragic because if you think about all, yourself as a woman and all the women we love, and just coming down to the reality that it might be you next, not for us to live in a state of fear, but just to have a very healthy awareness, but that there is a huge problem with gender-based violence and femicide in our country, and we should not be silent against the evil that wants to take our lives away. And we also do have Nairobi grassroots women leaders demanding action from Mr. Dimples himself, Mr. Sakaja, on the 5th of September. This is according to the Star Kenya, where grassroots women leaders under Nairobi County Women Affairs, including Martha Miandazi and Bila Joyce and Muthoni Shege Saumu Saidi, held a press conference demanding Governor Johnson Sakaja to begin addressing MCA's concerns immediately. With regards to poor service delivery, stalled development projects, and mismanagement, right? And they rejected the 60-day grace period agreed by national leaders, and warning that if tangible action is not visible within 2 weeks, they will mobilize women across all 17 constituencies to push for accountability. Okay? Accountability is not a word within the Kenyan governance vocabulary. That's something that I have discovered to my shock. It's very sad, okay, that accountability and transparency are just buzzwords, okay? It's not anything to be taken seriously, and precedence has been set. There has been patterns where we are not accountable as a government, right? We are not accountable as people in positions of power, in spaces and offices that actually impact the public. There is almost zero accountability. And speaking of accountability, Kenyan women elected to key county leadership roles push for gender inclusive planning. And this happened in Nairobi on the 6th of September, where several county leaders and newly elected women representatives, as well as local leaders, including some of the 47 women representatives in parliament and MCA women in county assemblies, are calling for the integration of gender perspectives into budget allocations and urban planning, arguing that current policy processes ignore women's lived realities. For example, public transport safety, because why do men grope us in the matarus? Disgusting, right? We are talking about matters such as sanitation in informal settlements, because where do I change my my sanitary towel if we barely have hygienic places to do a number one, a number two? It's hard enough to do so in informal settlements. What about women who are on their periods? How are they supposed to be healthy? How are they supposed to go about their menstruation in a dignified way? And those are some of the examples. Maternal health also featured on that list of concerns, and these women are specifically demanding that local governments host public forums in informal settlements by the 30th of September to allow women to voice needs and scrutinize county budgets for gender bias, while threatening legal action if statutory instruments meant to enforce gender inclusion are not operationalized. Okay, and so basically what these women are demanding for is that we need to have gender gender sensitive and gender inclusive planning. That when we are putting money and allocating it to different causes in our budget, right, to support the policies that our constitution supports, we need to actually look at people's lived realities. Otherwise, the effectiveness is at some people's, at women's expense in particular. And those are the different stories that we do have happening in the girly spaces. But just one for the road is the fact that Mr. Kanudia, who's our local influencer, has decided, and this is according to Nairobi Gossip, so this is neither here nor there. So he allegedly has shared that he plans to go and undertake UTX, that is a uterus implant, right? Implant a surgery so that he will be able to give birth. And what's interesting about this story is that when he was being interviewed, I remember as recently as 2 years ago, he said that because he said he doesn't mind being called he, she, whatever it is that we're going to address him as. We'll call him he because he's a man. And he said that no, he dresses up, and it's just cross-dressing. He dresses up because he enjoys it. And so it's quite a leap into a whole other side of the story where he says that now he actually plans to undergo surgery, allegedly, so that he's able to give a birth to children, And I don't know what you guys think about this. So 0748 37 92 31. Once again, 0748 37 92 31. And you can text us, you can call us, you can send us a voice note napale on the socials. It's Caroline_Murote and at Power Radio on all the platforms. That will be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Let us know what you think about any of these stories, and particularly this one about men who are cross-dressers and then, transitioning into somebody who wants to carry a child and having a uterus. And is it that easy to become a woman? Is it that easy to give a birth? Should it be that easy? And what are the moral implications? What lines are we blurring? Because myself, as a believer, Najuli Zanga, are we trying to play God? Are we trying to play God when such things happen? Let me know what you think about that and what your perspective is. I'm very curious to hear from you guys. So yes, let's just jump into some beautiful jams. Let's go and enjoy some music, and then we're gonna come back here and shout out a powerful woman. But for now, this is Dream Chaser by Fee and Kizenda by Bro Code. I'll see you on the other side.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
That guy has. Ninapendwa kote Mandala. Classic man swag ajidana. Haters wanna jump, tiny temper. Cause I got the heat, Mandara. Ukiniona hivi, magoti ninapiga na mdomo inakiri. Ya kwamba mi jasiri, ni vyema ukumbuke na subira itabiri. What is your name? How you feeling though? How far you go? That's up to you. Kila kitu chini ya jua, ulipewa we ya kuchagua. This is for those who dream with their eyes open, chasing their dreams, writing their names on the stars. Till we fly away. We are chasing our dreams. Till we fly away. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa.
Me and my band go getter, champion and stallion with chic technique. Fit, ice cold, kwanini in a teta. No one on a corner had swagger so sweet. Already at the top, you can try but you can hold me. Even if it does get a little bit lonely. My life is so great like that tiger, Tony. Ask about me, you should really get to know me.
What is your name? How you feeling though? How far you go? That's up to you. Kila kitu chini ya jua, ulipewa wewe ya kuchagua. This is for those who dream with their eyes open, chasing their dreams, writing their names on the stars. Till we fly away. We are chasing a till we fly away. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Nimekupata wewe, dawa yangu ya roho mama, na nisijechelewa kuzikiri hisia. Kweli nimetembea panda shuka za dunia, lakini karejea na mahaba kapokea. Nilikupenda kweli mimi na mapenzi bado yapo, nikakutwika mzigo hata na ukavumilia bila mada. Nakupenda kila saa, ningependa angalau nikwambie wewe, na sasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Na sasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Sikiza story kabla judge book, easy my body, easy how I look. Tuliza mori cause the ground shook, well fell from heaven with a bright look. Na unajua ni wewe nawaza mama, na unajua ni wewe usiku mchana. Na sasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Na sasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Nieleze pambana na maisha we, na bado unanichanganya changanya. Nikaimba nieleze pambana na maisha we, na bado unanichanganya changanya. Na sasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Na sasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Nikaimba nieleze pambana na maisha we, na unanichanganya changanya.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. kucha kubaba sitaki vita nashikisha na mavela mabichwa na tukishikwa jo mapel Mona Lisa tutoke BND twende BNB niko DND usijam I will be RB I will be RB
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa Erobog na matin eyonaka Erobog na matin Abiro kikomando kiritala jumi niko na mado wenye vipindi na musonge kando esima tu sama poso chopo chololo chololo nobody can party like we do wamoke girumba kokwarawe blues kinena kalingi kipani ya sim meditation yakabed ni soya design bololo anebo bololo so please no okadwa jo machendo oh bololo anebo bololo so please no okadwa jo machendo oh mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya
mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana zimelimbu Maximus
Bogna Martin
hey and na Hodong yeah Hodong BNB Nico DND
Mutoto ya Pamela
I'll be right back
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Hey, so about to kawa na Pogna Martin, that's a Fenegeti and Okelo Max. This is a beautiful blend of artistry. And then Bro Code was telling us about mapenzi ya kizenda. Webu mtambia kama nyinyi mnakuanga na mapenzi ya kizenda. And then our dream chaser Fee is telling us how it be when you're a dreamer girl. Okay, sasa speaking of dreaming, Mimi, I feel like I would want to live long enough. I would love to live long enough to see my dreams fulfilled, right? To see the purpose for which God created me come into fruition. Lakini Rose Muthoni cannot, because she is no longer here. And as this happened last night, a family in Juja, Kiambu County, is mourning after Rose Muthoni was stabbed to death by her husband on Saturday, right? According to reports, the attack happened after Muthoni arrived home late, and her nanny, Tracy, who witnessed the incident, also rescued the couple's 4-year-old son when the suspect allegedly tried to throw him off a balcony. Neighbors rushed to the house after hearing screams but were unable to save Muthoni. Her body was taken to a funeral home and her husband was admitted to a hospital after the incident. Do you know what? I don't think such a person, and I understand that the due course of law means that an investigation needs to be undertaken. Lakini watu kama hawa msiwapeleke hospitali. Sometimes I feel like people like this deserve to be put out on the streets, to bleed out on the pavement, and RIP wapatane uko mbele, whatever it is that happens in the afterlife, right? Tupatane uko mbele, because I cringe nikisikia, and I understand, Mimi, I believe in justice. I believe that everybody can be saved, but sometimes the anger that comes from knowing that this lady came home late. Ukiona picha zake. This story here was reported on TV47. This particular version that I have shared with you was on TV47. You can head over to their socials and just have a look at the story if you're interested. And wanasema ni juu alifika home late. Umechelewa kufika nyumbani. And so, the nanny was looking for the knives. Apati visu, she's like, where are the knives? And so she goes to look for the knives and finds them on the ground. And the husband is on top of the wife holding 2 knives, just plunging them into her. And she's holding them, trying to support herself. And I'm like, if a man like this got injured, it's okay, he can die. And he can die. It's fine. I feel like sometimes ile justice ya Old Testament. Mnakumbuka Old Testament God mwenye alikuwa anasema tunaua wazee, wamama, watoto, kondoo, kuku zote. Like when I destroy everything. Sometimes I want that Old Testament retribution for people who lack regard for the sanctity of human life, okay? We are talking about femicide. This is femicide. This is what's happening with women. And unasemati, no, tusitoke nje usiku, sijui tusiende sherehe, tusipendane na watu wenye hatujui. This woman, Rose Muthoni, was not at an Airbnb because last year tulisema wasichana ni, just tuache ushurari, tuache kuingia ma Airbnb, tuache don't sleep around. Essentially slut shaming victims of femicide and victim blaming the victims of femicide. Sai Rose Muthoni alifanya nini? Alifika home akiwa amechelewa. Wewe hujawahi chelewa. Tuseme hata alikuwa na mbaba, alikuwa na cheat. Tuseme hivyo. Is that due reason for her to have her life taken away? Mniambie. Ebu you tell me 0748 379231 and tell me what needs to happen. And once upon a time I sat at the front of a matatu next to a lady, nikamsalimia alafu akaniambia amekasirika because somebody in her village in Meru has just gotten raped, but she's happy because they cut off the hands of the man. And I want to know what should be happening because tumesema stop killing us, stop raping us, stop beating us. Na ni kama Kenyan men do not want to listen. Kenyan men, kuna pepo yenye zilikuwa released recently, during the past 5 years. I'm convinced that there is a special dispensation of demons from hell that have possessed Kenyan men because this is not the behavior of the brothers, the fathers, the cousins, the friends that we know who happen to be men. This is completely unacceptable, okay? So you let me know 0748 37 92 31. Let me know what you think about femicide in our country. Let me know kama msichana amechelewa ama bibi anani amechelewa kufika home, that justifies. Hata kama amecheat, hata kama umetumiwa video akilala na wanaume watatu wamemkunja kama gunia. Ebu niambie if that is justified for you to take somebody else's life. And tell what's wrong with our society. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go from dyeing people's clothes, kuwanyima pesa, sijui mtusi, like, I don't know, be petty, but don't take away their life, okay? So Caroline_Murote, the hashtag is #Sheversations with Caroline Murote. Let's continue having this Sheversation. But for the anger, miapa, wacha niweke pause. Because you know we're going to be here venting for the next 3 hours if we don't move on to other things, okay? The beautiful thing about maisha, niati, bado inaendelea. Unfortunately for Rose Muthoni and her family, that's the full stop for her. But for the rest of us, life must go on. So tukiendelea another story here, we are about to celebrate our powerful, powerful woman. Kama kawa, if you're a Sheversationalist, every single Friday we do celebrate a girly, a woman that's doing a beautiful thing. And because today we're talking about decolonizing beauty, we're going to look at a few ladies who have done the most with regards to decolonizing beauty. And the first is Michelle Ntalami and Marini Naturals. So kama ujui, Michelle Ntalami alikuwa lele, akaokoka, and then she made a whole rebranding and, put up some very beautiful angel-like photos on social media. And Sai She is a CEO of Munyiri Naturals. She's a founder, yes, and this is a Kenyan natural hair care brand that creates products specifically for Afro-textured, curly, and kinky hair. And her work combats straight hair and dominant Western hair ideal norms by centering natural texture. So, anasaidia the Afro girlies, okay? See, wenye, apparently tunampionga, you need help, fix your hair. Michelle Ntalami is like, bet, let me get on that, all right? So she jumped on that train in 2015, where she created a brand that offers a line of hair care products made for natural curls, creams, and the products are creams and butters, and the ingredients are suitable for coily and curly hair. So nyinyi wenye mnasemanga, I have nywele ya steel wool, msiseme ati hamjui mtumie nini. Munyiri Naturals are there, and if you can spend money for something valuable because you know how valuable it is, then you might as well just invest on having your natural hair. Na nilisema on Wednesday that we actually need to learn that nywele yetu, see, it's not Indian hair, it's not Asian hair, it's not white hair. So let's not be disillusioned to expect that you should just be able to rub a brush through your very kinky hair and then you're gonna fix it. No. In the same way, we understand that the same way when a lady goes into the toilet and she happens to be on her period and she needs to, make a change of whatever, whether it's a menstrual cup, whether it's a tampon, whether it is a sanitary towel, she's not going to come out of that toilet in 3 minutes. The same way a man who needs to go urinate is going to come out literally after 30 seconds. Why? Because you understand that the way we are naturally means that we need to take, different times kwacho so that you can take care of your business. Now, what does this have to do with hair? Unajiuliza, why is this girl telling us about sijui tampons na nini? It's the same level of acceptance we need to have with our African hair. That, nywele inasumbua, ina take long. Who told you that your hair is supposed to be taken care of in 30 seconds? Ama even in 5 minutes? Ama even in 1 hour? Okay? Do you actually know how much time it takes for you to love on your hair, to take care of it, to make it beautiful and keep it healthy? So the Western ideal that unafanya hivi wash and go, unaenda unaingia shower, unaweka blow dryer and then unatoka, and so you're frustrated because your hair does not cooperate. It's essentially judging a fish on its ability to climb a tree. That fish utaipea 0. Yo samaki haita graduate. If that's an exam. Do you understand? And so we judge our hair with Western standards, with the standards of people that have straight hair. As beautiful as it is, our hair in its kinky, coily, steel wool state is also beautiful. Let's become realistic. So Munyiri Naturals and Michelle Ntalami are the people for you. So then Susan Kinothia, right? Rosanna Naturals. What does she do? She's a founder of Rosanna Naturals, our Susan, and she makes natural skin and hair care products. She focuses on handmade soaps, all right? Body and hair butters, unrefined oils, avoiding synthetic fragrance as well as chemicals. And she also runs a forum, a community forum called the Curly Diaries. Curly yake imespelliwa Kurlly Diaries, teaching women about styling and caring for African hair. And she started this hair journey, first of all, by wearing her hair natural in 2011. And her business was founded later to fill the gap in the market for quality natural hair and skin products in Kenya. All right. And her different products are this: soaps, which have shea butter. Shea butter is bay, cocoa butter, cold pressed oils, body and hair butters, hot oil hair serums, raw cold oils like black castor oil. And the organization also does educational work via forums and the local community. And how Susan is decolonizing beauty is by refusing synthetic and chemical-heavy formulas, right? She promotes a natural hair health rather than straightening by ensuring representation of natural hair textures in local product lines, also by helping people be educated about how to manage African hair and skin using locally available and traditional ingredients, okay? Do you know how easy it is to get aloe vera? Aloe vera, unaenda pale Carrefour, unaenda to your local salon, you go to a Naivas, you go to a Quick Mart, a Chandarana, and you start screaming because pure 100% aloe vera is so expensive. But do you know how easy it is to get aloe vera? Because that plant grows. Pale Machakos, you just need to stop your car. I give you a challenge. Uingie Lukenya, unafika pale Devik on Mombasa Road. Devik, and then you just go down upite apartments zenye zinaitwa Green Park. Ukipita hapo, just park your car by the side of the road. Utembe, you're not going to walk for 15 minutes before you find an aloe vera plant. And I'm telling you because I have seen it. These plants are growing naturally in nature. And all you need to do, unakata tu leaf moja katikati. You don't cut it pale chini. Unaikata katikati and it's going to start growing again. Do you guys actually know that? So if you cut one, kama unataka 3 leaves of the aloe vera plant so that you can go and process it, you go boil it and get the extract, you just cut from different plants. You know, you don't nusulize. We are here resisting colonization by also resisting English. You don't have all of the plants, all of the leaves on one plant. Unakata nusu hapa and then you go to another plant, unakata. Venye tu tunakatanga skuma. Utoi zote from one plant. You understand? So it's actually quite affordable to have these natural products if we just open our eyes and acknowledge that this is something yenye tumewekewa blinders and now we need to go back to our natural way. Sijasema tutupe kila kitu, but we actually do need to go to a way that acknowledges the beauty and the free resources that God has given us. And that's exactly what Susan Kinodia is doing with Rosanna Naturals. We also do have another Susan, Susie Wakabi, right? Susie Beauty is the name of her organization, and she founded a Susie Beauty Limited. This is one of Kenya's first homegrown cosmetics as well as makeup brands that are made for African skins. And her brand and artistry service to aim to aim and create makeup that works well on deeper skin tones, especially in local climate and with our textures, rather than importing Western standards that do not match. Okay. Swali ingine, a lot of these products that we buy, going back to 10 years ago, I just want us to think back 10 years ago, zote zilikuwa zimechorwa wazungu na waindi. Ama cartoons, zenye si zetu. Na zenye zimechorwa white girls, it's not even us, it's black Americans. And it's black Americans with straightened hair because a lot of the hair products that had black people on them were hair straighteners and hair chemicals. So do you decide to straighten your hair and naweka chemical na relax? Sawa, that's your personal choice. But do you actually know what that does to the integrity of your curl pattern? Do you know how that actually affects the health of your hair long term? Ama juu tumezoea, we don't care because it's convenient. Let me tell you, convenient is not always the best, okay? Wanasemanga easy come, easy go. And it's no wonder to me that we barely don't know what to do with our hair in its natural state because tumefunzwa the easy way, and the easy way is the cheap way. Easy come, easy go. So we are actually sacrificing the identity that God gave us by embracing standards that were meant to dehumanize us. So again, if you're a girly that relaxes her hair, that is a personal choice. If it works for you, I'm really like, that's beautiful, that's great, okay? But understanding the history of relaxers, understanding the history of African women straightening their hair, basi hapo ndio utaanza kujiuliza maswali zingine, and maybe that might change your perspective. So I challenge you to go and do your research on the history of relaxers, on black African hair, and the history of straightening. And we are having that conversation today. But as for Susie Wakabi and Susie Beauty, she's offering a range of cosmetic makeup products, makeup artistry services, and training for professional makeup artists, right? And she has products such as foundation, lipstick, concealers that are tuned for African skin tones, right? So Susie is doing the most, right? She's designing products for African skin tones as opposed to adapting foreign or white-centric lines by building a local capacity in artistry, because she's not only selling these products that are good for us, she's also giving us training. So go over to her pages, Susie Beauty, and the lady is Susie Wakabi. Shout out to her. we have Faith Wamboi. Faith Wamboi akona Kiara Botanics, right? Where she has a natural skincare brand, right? That uses pure botanicals and natural oils and butters. And the brand's mission is to use clean ingredients that are appropriate for local skins and conditions to avoid also avoiding harsh additives and to make things a premium yet rooted in Africa. So she's all about quality. Kiara Botanics is all about quality. And it was started in 2016. Work on oils, butter scents, a baby skincare line. They have products with shea butter, with coconut oil, with marula oil. And they also have a skincare line for babies and a formulated line with aloe vera from Kenyan farmers. And she's decolonizing beauty by bringing attention to ingredients rooted in Africa, which prioritizes a natural rather than synthetic. And it tunes whatever it is that we're using to local climate. You know, for example, humidity, heat, melanin, because I can tell you for a fact that somebody with our melanated complexions in the United States of America or in Canada or in the Caribbean do not face the same conditions climate-wise with regards to factors such as humidity, heat, and all of those things, you know, as somebody mwenye ako huku Nairobi. Same as mtu mwenye ako coast might actually need a different product. And the advantage of having local people taking advantage of our locally available products is that what our environment has is what is good for us. So ukipata mtu ni Mkenya ama somebody is based in Nairobi, somebody is based in Mombasa, you already know that they understand their target audience as opposed to a Black American woman in the States. And not to mean that sasa tunapigana ati you know, we shouldn't use those products, but to say that it's always better when we're getting the products we're using on our bodies from people that understand our bodies because they are living the same reality. No, you're not going to put poison in your products if it's your own brothers and sisters that are using these ingredients. So we also protect ourselves from a toxic capitalism when we embrace local and we embrace natural. And our last powerful woman of today's Sheversation is Andia Akidiva, right? She has an organization called Gajimare, right? Which is a natural skincare brand under her company, Elvante Group. And she aims for Pan-African appeal with a product line that is made in Kenya, but reflecting broader African aesthetics and ingredients. And her work also includes embracing African languages and naming, connecting beauty to identity. Come on now, that's a win for decolonization. And the umbrella company was founded in 2015. That's Elvante Group, and a Gajimare brand rolled out a couple of years later in 2017. So Gajimare has a natural skincare range, right, which is body lotions, creams. So this is essentially natural skincare, and specific product lines are less clearly you know, she has a range of body lotions and creams, right? And she also has other beauty products, you know, that are out there, right? And they are not heavily chemicalized, and they also do celebrate a local branding. She's using African words. So Gajimare is a Hausa word for rain cloud, all right? So that's a West African, you know, name coinage. And her brand identity is all African. Her brand identity is let's focus on natural ingredients. Let's make products that are suited for our skin types, and let's challenge the status quo of imported cosmetics dominating our beauty industry. And shout out to Andia Akidiva and her Gajimare beauty line for our skin. So as you can see, today's powerful women are doing a lot to decolonize, to say, hey, to hell with Western standards that come at the expense of our local African standards, okay? So let's jump into a good jam, and then we'll come back and talk more about decolonizing beauty. See you in just a jiffy.
Sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Casa, 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 casa.
casa. Lando kwaro, abebe wangelero kwaro. Iromo dendo ya wamayo, iromo pako ya wamayo. Imi adhi ongora, ya wani mi ala ongora. Tombogi rungu nyocho luisa, tomano kumarungu nyocho luisa. Umini ukinyo, wachilavu we masando ya kama. Oke ukara chonyo, ni wachilavu miya mumudo kama. Umina chibela, wachilavu we masando ya kama. Oke ukara chonyo, ni wachilavu miya yoro mudo kama. Original Dangla style, yeah, East African time. Na wakaribisha ndani ya kodong. Usikute vitu bila kondom. Kuna champagne for the pain. Top player, best in the game. Kelume, dance. Ongeza mavitu na makudade. Hakuna masanse, kuna masensi. Kukatana na kukata maji. Ukialikwa kwa wanati, lazima makong king kong jaba ranking.
Kaza. A drinks on the house, mazadi wamefika, watoto wenye class vile wanachachisha na tukilancheki vile kuna badilika, good vibration na kuna kasirika. Kina mina wamewasha kindom, samina wana waka na kibong. Madoba za kodong clan wana sing along bila thong renderong kwa machom tuko zone. Big tune, big sound tunafinya kama sembe. Mix ya dance solo hangla mulembe. Ngoma tamu sana zinacheza kwa mastenje. Tuko disco tumepull up tuko genje. Yeah.
Sure like this, never been sure like this about anything, yeah. Oh, Nico into deep, I'm drowning in your love. Na, yeah. Eternity has never felt this possible in my life. Oh yeah. In you I see everything I wished for, baby. Everything I need and more. Everything I need and more. Sauti yako yapunguza pressure, tabia zako zanipendeza, na moyo wangu watulia nikikufikiria. Hey, and I can't wait for forever. Penzi unanitenda and I love you, yeah. Unanitosha malaika. Unanitosha malaika.
smile, darling, brightens up my day. An extra mile, baby. I'll go an extra mile just to keep that smile alive. Yeah. Oh, you're a dream come true. Oh, you're a dream come true. I'd do anything for you. Oh, oh, oh. I hope you say you do. I hope you say it do when I propose to you one day. Yeah, yeah. Juu sauti yako yapunguza pressure, tabia zako zanipendeza, na moyo wangu watulia nikikufikiria. Hey. And I can't wait for forever. Mpenzi unanitenda, and I love you. Yeah. Ooh, unanitosha malaika. Unanitosha malaika. Unanitosha malaika. Unanitosha malaika. Sure like this, never been sure like this about anything, anything. B.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sheversations. And the time is 28 minutes past half past the day. That's 28 minutes past 12. And we are having a fantastic show. Where does time go when we are having fun? And speaking of fun, to a show like this, that's Be the Artist. And August 4 to Kawana Disco by Kodong Clan. And yes, that's about how we are feeling right now. And we are talking about decolonizing beauty, guys. We are reclaiming who we are as a people. So on Wednesday, we did talk about what does it actually mean to decolonize beauty. It means tunatoa effects za ukoloni, right? In short, with regards to how beauty is defined, how it's perceived, how it is consumed. So we are challenging Eurocentric standards. So tunasema light-skinned is better. No, light-skinned is beautiful, but it is not better, okay? We are not going to compete with the work that God did. Slim bodies are better. It is good to be fit and healthy, but we are not going to do that to ourselves, especially as full-figured African people, right? Certain facial features, just like the narrow nose, the narrow oval-shaped faces, that is not how God created most of us African people. So we are essentially reclaiming indigenous African and Kenyan aesthetics, values, and practices. That's essentially what decolonizing beauty means. Now, which challenges do we actually have here? Tukona shida beauty industry. The beauty industry is actively fighting against who we are as a people. So we are talking about that. And Sai Pia, social media is where everything is. Everything is online. Right now, you're probably holding your device. You're probably using an online feature. You're probably using something that is connected to the internet to get your information, to do your work, to entertain yourself. And now, what do we see on social media? What is actually portrayed on social media? Which norms are amplified on social media that determine venye tutakua, And how do I know that social media impacts you? Because why is it that when you put a phone in front of your screen, you start making certain faces? Why can't you just smile? Why can't you just smile? Why? Because kuna poses zingine umeona social media. Umeziona Instagram, kwa reels, umeziona pale kwa walls za watu, on somebody's WhatsApp status. You've seen them on TikTok. You've seen those videos. Why is it that when you're doing a dance challenge, there's certain dances you're going to do, there's certain poses you're going to do? Why? Because you've seen it. And guys, the reality of social media is garbage in, garbage out. That is one of the most basic systematic rules I learned in computer literacy. Nikiwa high school, when I was in form. Actually, I first learned this one when I was in primary school. The first time we did a computer literacy class. And my teacher taught us garbage in, garbage out. Gigo is one of the concepts that you learn on a basic level. Kumaanisha that usiseme ati, oh, lapi yangu ina cheesy. No, you did something, or something somewhere happened, and somebody who understands the behind the scenes, the back end of things, will be able to tell you, hapa kuna button ilifinyika, ama umefungua browser mingi, and as a result, sasa, nini yako ina crash because of XYZ. Ama, your processor is not able to handle this level of input. So, because you're trying to edit a video on a very heavy software, and you don't have a lot of free space, and your processing power is small, ndio maana lapi yako ime black out in the middle of you typing a document. So as much as you didn't do anything directly, there's something that you have done to lead up to that thing happening. Social media is garbage in, garbage out. And number two, monkey see, monkey do. When it comes to raising children, children don't do what you say, they do what you do. That's the same thing with social media. If you're going to consume content ya watu wenye wanavanga nguo za black, na kuambia, it doesn't matter how colorful you are as a person, itafika a point where the psychology of your mind will change to the point where utajipata tu umevaa nguo za black. And you can't really explain it, but it's because you've been influenced. We tend to become what we consume. Ya tatu, guys, I'm being very philosophical today. Today we're becoming motivational speaker. Is you are what you eat. Wanasemanga that if you actually want to be fit, you want to lose weight, you want to be healthy, 80% of the work is in the kitchen. It depends on what are you actually eating. Unaweza kuwa unashinda kwa gym and you're working against yourself because what you're putting in your body is what is going to be put out. When we look at you, when we see your hair, we see your skin, we see the health, the general outlook of who you are as a person. You are what you eat. So when it comes to consumptions, guys, when it comes to decolonizing beauty, social media is where we spend a good portion of our day currently. In today's Kenya, in today's Africa, in today's planet Earth, social media, simu inakuanga tu hapa. Kama si simu, ni lapi. Kama si lapi ni tablet. Kama si tablet, you're looking at somebody else's screen. You're looking at a screen somewhere. And unfortunately, if you're not able to be online, it's unfortunate. Lakini, for the majority of us, we are what we eat. We are what we consume. Lugha tunatumianga kama ni sheng, a lot of it we ski in real life. Unaisikia pale social media. Kama wewe, you're not around people that use a lot of sheng. Jokes zingine, zina trend, vitu zingine tunaongelanga ni juu tumeziona pale Instagram, tumeziona. So when it comes to decolonizing beauty, guys, whatever it is that we are putting online has a lot to do with how we consume and process information. So for our creators, our social media baddies out there, this conversation is about all of us, right? Na tukasema on Wednesday that we have a very pre-colonial history, right? Because before colonization, our beauty norms were very local. They were very diverse. You know, kuna wengine walikuwa nasema, okay, scars is beauty. You know, having different hairstyles, very awkward hairstyles if you look at them today. Different body shapes were appreciated. Different skin markings, dressing, beadwork, on you know, different ornaments were marking beauty. Beauty was not marked, oh, this one is dark, this one is light-skinned, this one is skinny, this one is fat, this one has straight hair, huyu ako na nywele ya stainless steel wool. Nobody was having those conversations. We did have beauty standards, but our beauty standards were not working against us as African people. The problem with beauty standards that are not decolonized is that you're not going to fit. Wacha nikwambie, as where you are, there's something wrong with you, according to standards that are not colonized. Your nose is too wide, your lips are too big, your skin is too dark, your hair is too kinky, your body is not straight enough, your waist is too big or it's not small, sijui what. And you think you're safe because you might meet an aspect of this Western standards until unafikiwa. And a lot of travelers who have had the privilege to leave Africa and waende uko majuu watembele those countries abroad, specifically European countries, what do they say? That when you're in Europe, we're all black and we're all Africans. It doesn't matter how light-skinned you are treated the way they treat Africans. It doesn't matter huku unaitangwa rangi ya dhao, unaambiwa size yangu, sijui size ya. Cause guys, this size yangu thing ilitoka wapi, but wacha, let me leave that alone. And what's the point that I'm trying to make? The point that we're making today, right now, is that the beauty standard that you hold, even of judging other women, because we're talking about women particularly, yes, this also applies to men, but we're talking about women, that standard that you're using is probably not very African, okay? It's probably not African. There's a lot of people who see dark-skinned girls who are so beautiful, like you don't rate them because they're dark-skinned. So it's like you're pretty but you're dark. Ama, this statement, umewaisikia, for a dark girl, she's very beautiful. And I'm like, so dark girls are not supposed to be beautiful? Who made that rule? Like, we're in Africa, we are dark-skinned. Who is making these rules? So what used to happen in the colonial era is that missionary schools often enforced dress codes, which were European, cleanliness and appearance standards that were very, very modern. And what are we resisting? We are resisting our natural hair being fought against, right? We are embracing afros, we are embracing dreadlocks, we are embracing braided styles, we are embracing wash and goes that don't look white, don't look Asian, okay? Zetu, that when I wash my hair and come out of the shower and do nothing to it, there is a beautiful mess that's going to happen, and you don't get to tell me what my hair should look like because it doesn't match a Western standard. Niliuliza mtu, I asked somebody, every time you're invited to a gala event, why is it that most girls will spend money to go and straighten their hair? Umeshinda hivo the whole week na afro yako, with your cute little matutas, ama your twists, ama your twist out afro, but now you're being told to go to a serious event. Why is it that there's no natural hairstyle, that you can't decide to style your hair naturally? You feel like in order for you to look smart, in order for you to look good, in order for you to look appealing, you need to go and straighten your hair. Iyo ilitoka wapi? It's not ours, guys. Whether you found your mother doing it, whether it makes sense to you, it's not ours and it doesn't serve us because it tells you that when you don't have access to hair straightening products, unakaa vibaya. And that's not true. And it's because we simply lack the information to be diversified in how we handle our natural hair. Number two, we lack the willingness to accept that msichana mwenye amestyle afro yake or her kinky hair in a different style of twist, in different styles of matutas, that actually anakaa vizuri. And we call that unakaa msichana wa ushago, we uja nini. And this is the same standards that are set in our news and our media. As a journalist myself, I did say last week, I said on Wednesday, I have said before that I didn't care to end up anywhere on TV. As I was studying, now naulizwa we unataka kufanya nini in this journalism space. Why? Because it means that I'm never going to get to wear my natural hair. Because in our country, I am yet to see a woman with dreadlocks reading primetime news. In our country, I am yet to see somebody reporting behind the scenes mwenye ako na nywele fupi na iko kinky. I haven't seen that yet. Lakini that's what our hair looks like. So why is it that we have such formal, colonized standards in our beauty industry? And when is that ever going to change so that we can embrace ourselves? That's the conversation that we're having. And we're also seeing pushback against skin lightening. So as the various Sidikas of the world and effects za kokobata pale za calligraph, as we see Mami Francie saying that hair bleaching is what has educated her siblings, I am saying to hell with all of that because that is dehumanizing us. We're seeing a lot of pushback and pia instant beauty. Instant beauty, like unataka tu kuwekewa BBL. Pretty Vichy ametoka kufanya tummy tuck. Sijui BBL. Now ameenda kufanya skin lightening. Guys, Pretty Vichy is a socialite. She's a social media influencer, content creator on YouTube, on Instagram. in case you've never heard of her. And it's just a very interesting journey because she said that now she's gaining confidence. If you're gaining confidence because you went under the knife, that's not confidence. Ulinunua hiyo confidence na si yako. The same way you got it, it can easily be taken away because as soon as you go into certain eating habits, as soon as you go into a certain lifestyle, you cannot maintain it. Unasikia Kenya wanasemanga that if a man wins a lottery, you know, and he wins millions of dollars or millions of shillings, most of those people, you can never see their money. After a few years, unasikia ati this person won 100 million Kenyan shillings or $1 million US. You can barely see how that made a difference in their lives because they don't have the value of keeping it up. So if there's a particular beauty standard that you want, achieve it naturally, if possible. Achieve it naturally, and then you're going to be able to maintain it because you've gone through the process and you have the blueprint. Otherwise, achana tu nayo. So, hii story ya colorism, hii story ya, you know, just saying what is an ideal body type. In Africa, there is no ideal body type because we celebrate all of them, from Bantus to Nilots to our now Arabic Africans, you know, that kind we have in Ethiopia and Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti. We have very diverse groups of African people. So where's this MIT? Oh, it's this full-figured people because they are also very slim Africans and they are ours. South Sudanese ladies, a lot of them are quite slim and quite tall and they don't look like the rest of the Africans. Ukienda West Africa, there's all of them. Yani tukona assorted, all types. So if we continue to say that there's a particular standard of beauty and you want slim thick mwenye ako light skinned na nywele mingi yenye ata straighten and you can put all this, you know, edge controllers and nini, guys, we are actually fighting against ourselves because you're going to give birth to daughters and nieces and children that hate themselves, and 80 years, the age which you are, 80 years from now, if you're still going to be alive, you're going to look back into them and you're going to be so heartbroken that we threw the beauty that God gave us away. So this was just like a word out of encouragement, right? As we're talking about decolonizing beauty, there's different aspects, you know, and this is a series, right? We started the series on Wednesday. We are going to continue at another point talking about the more technical aspects of what does bleaching actually do to a society when all women who are light-skinned and were not born light-skinned continue to prosper and continue to hold standards of beauty. What does that do with the young girls in the society? What health impacts are there with, you know, straighteners? And hopefully we can get an expert, you know, to come and have this conversation with us. What standards are we setting for ourselves with Eurocentric, you know, makeup? Because e-contour ya straighten and pop other features and high cheekbones. Kama hauna high cheekbones, mbona unazichora? You know, why does that even matter? Yet your face is rounded and full and plump. Hizo standards ni za wapi? You're like, oh, snatch the nose. And I'm not fighting the beauty girlies na wasichana wa full face. Lakini mna snatch the nose iende wapi? Like, mapua umepewa so that you can breathe oxygen. Where you want to make it look tiny? For why? And where did we get that from? So those are the technical aspects that we're going to continue getting into. But for now, I just want to leave you with a word of encouragement. You are beautiful just as you are. And in case you want a shout out, like you want something more particular, right? Go listen to Wimbo J. Cole inaitwa Crooked Smile, okay? And you'll learn to understand that there's beauty in being imperfect, all right? There's beauty in looking the way you are. And if you're going to improve yourself, don't erase yourself in the process. What would you tell your daughter if your daughter was born looking exactly like you? Utawambia twende BBL, twende to bleach, twende sisi wote to relax, nywele ikae kama ya wazungu, ama what are you going to tell these people? Would you, the same thing you accept for yourself, what will you tell a daughter that you're trying to protect and you're trying to teach to love herself? So let me know what you think. 0748379231. We can continue this conversation offline. But I'm going to see you guys on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend and don't do what I wouldn't do. Let me leave you in the good hands of a beautiful, beautiful Jam. And I'm going to see you on the other side of this weekend. Bye-bye.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
It's so hard to leave. Sing me a song when I am gone from you. It's so hard to leave. Sing me a song when I am gone from you. I won't be gone for long. Sing me a song when I am far from you. I won't be gone for long. Sing me a song when I am far from you, far from you.
When all the lights fade and there's nowhere in the world to go, I know I would rather stay, but then again I'm unsure. Simpler times have all but faded, but I can't stay all the same. Simpler times have all but faded, but I can't stay all the same. Mama's wailing, Mongo's wailing from home. Mama's wailing, don't go away 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 from me. Mama's wailing, don't go away from me. Mama's wailing, for me, for me. Begging you to stay. The class gathered by the road. Nowhere in the world's the same. You're better off staying home. Simpler times have all but faded. I can't stay all the same. Simpler times have all but faded. I can't stay all the same. Simpler times have all but faded. I can't stay all the same. From you, it's so hard to leave. Sing me a song when I am gone from you. I won't be gone for long. Sing me a song when I am far from you. I won't be gone for long. Sing me a song when I am far from you, far from you.